Hello everyone. Time for Stubbins ear and nail cleaning this week. So what I do is I have a rotating grooming schedule with him. So 1 week I do ears and nails, and he gets his teeth brushed once a week. And then the next week I do his bath. He needs a bath about every 2 weeks. So I found for him and me this works best so that he doesn't have to sit through all the grooming every single week. He's 10 years old now, so, as they get older, they tend to get a little less tolerable to things. So, this week is ears and nails. So let's get going. My label came off my bottle because it's just, a couple years old, but this is our ear cleaner, our brand Renewed Pet Ear Cleaner, which you can get on our website. The link is in the bio, or send us a DM if you want the link. Give it a good little shake. Also, I'm just using the ear cleaner today for his nails as well, because there's really only one ingredient difference in our nail cleaner, and that's just to help it be thicker, which helps it stick to the nails better, which does make it work better because it sticks to the nails better and then helps loosen up the debris easier. But I'm just being lazy and just using the ear cleaner. It essentially will work pretty much the same. We have our Renewed Pet brand shower cap, ear cap / sun cap. So this thing is great for ear cleaning because if you have a pet, you've ever tried to clean their ears, as soon as you put the product in, they immediately want to shake it out. So number one, then it's not going to work because the product's not in there like it's supposed to be. And number two, our products are all oil based. So this can ruin your clothing or, anything. Fabric on your couch, if it gets on your walls, whatnot. So we put this on. Sorry, my phone notifications. Put this on right after I put it on him first, and then I pull an ear out, put the drops in. I'll show you how to use it. But also these caps provide about a 50 SPF protection also. So a lot of people buy these for their pets to use in the summer outside. And then of course with bathing, super important. Number one, a lot of people don't realize this. If you follow professional groomers, there's one on Instagram I always follow and really recommend. She's called the Charleston Cat Groomer. And she actually sells these little things that just kind of wrap around the cat's head and covers their ears. It kind of honestly just looks like a large version of a little wrist sweatband, how they used to wear those in the 80s. But there's something about putting something on your cat or dog's head during grooming that actually helps to calm them. So number one, just putting this on their head keeps them more calm during grooming time. But then bathing, it's waterproof, so it helps keep any water or soap from getting in the ears. Most people don't realize. I think most people know now that our GI system is loaded with all this natural flora. And when you take a probiotic, that's a healthy bacterium that you're trying to get into your digestive tract. And we all know now if you take antibiotics, it throws that balance off. The bad bacteria flourish, then you get symptoms, diarrhea, constipation, bloating, gas, whatever. Well, the same thing is true in the ear. In our pets' ears, there's a delicate balance of correct flora. And anything we do, anything we introduce into their ear, risks messing up that natural flora. So we want to keep water and soap out of their ears. And we want to make sure we're using a very gentle product. So, I don't know. I would say 99% of all the other ear cleaning products on the market for pets, they are going to be made with synthetic ingredients that are going to be harsh and they're going to be drying. So yes, they might actually clean the stuff out of the ears at this moment, but then you're going to be left with a situation of a ear where that natural flora can be thrown off and it's too dry, and that creates its own problems. Your pet can deal with itching, flaking, dryness inside their ear, which would be horribly uncomfortable to have an itchy, dry inside ear. So all of our products made with all natural plant ingredients, nothing synthetic, not a single synthetic thing in any of our products, non-GMO, totally organic, so no pesticide residues or nothing. You cannot get better, cleaner stuff to use on your pet. And so it just works with the body and works with that natural flora and doesn't throw off that delicate balance, but cleans and also moisturizes and hydrates the skin at the same time. Okay, so let's get going. There's your buddy. Yeah, he's my good boy. He's such a good boy. You know, it's snowing. Can you guys see that out the window? I don't think you can quite see it, but you can see the snow on the house next door. So yeah, it's snowing quite a lot today, and I usually always walk Stubborn every morning in his little pet stroller, but today with it snowing, yesterday it was snowing just a little bit, so I just stuck the umbrella in there, but today it was snowing so hard, I'm like, this isn't gonna work. So I wrapped him up and I just carried him in my arms under the umbrella and took him on a little walk, but so he hasn't had like the best day because it's very cold and it's snowing. Love you, buddy. All right, so I got the cap on. Then we're gonna just pull one ear out. It's good to try to tilt their head a little. And you just put as many drops as is needed until you start to see it pool up towards the surface of the ear. And then you know the ear canal's full and that's all you need to put in. Good boy, buddy. Okay, I know. All right, cover the ear back up. Make sure you adjust the little strap underneath too. There's a little pull string, or I don't know what to call this. I don't make these. Just adjust that. So, you know, you don't want it so tight it's like hurting under their chin, but tight enough because they will shake their head, as you just saw. He will try to shake it off. Okay, well, he's done shaking apparently. Then what you want to do is just kind of go like this. Grab like the kind of outside corners of the ears and just do a little massage. This is helping make sure it's working the product all the way down in there and getting it in all those little nooks and crannies where it needs to do its work. Ideally, we want to let that sit for like 1 to 3 minutes. So now we're going to keep that on and start working on the feet. So I just scooted his butt forward so I can try to find his back feet. I'm going to start with his back feet. I've got him so bundled up in here, I don't even know where his feet are. Yeah, where's your feet? There we go. I'm finding a foot. Okay, so we've got back left foot here, okay? See that? I'm using our Renewed Pet brand reusable cotton pads. So it's like kind of a large version of a typical cotton pad. I love these. I mean, I've been using this one set for like 4 years probably. It's so awesome. You'll save I think it's like $19 for the pack, but you'll save so much money in the end not having to throw away cotton pads all the time. And then of course saves the planet. And I just think they work so much better because you don't have to worry about the little like pieces of cotton getting loose and getting stuck on their nails or their ears or their eyes especially. You don't want to be cleaning their eyes with standard cotton pads or cotton balls and you could get threads of cotton in their eye. So anyway, I just saturated this with the ear/nail cleaner that I'm using. And I just went around each of his toes and got it on there really well. I kind of just do a quick like application at first and let it set a minute while I clip his nails, and then I'm going to come back one more time. And here's the big thing. You want to get in here in these little paw pads and in between these toes. They can build up yeast and bacteria in here and of course debris, oils, dust, dirt, whatever you want to clean out. But really important to get this product on here once a week or every other week when you do their nails, because it will help prevent the buildup of yeast infections. So many of these hairless cats, not so sure on hairless dogs. I haven't heard that much. Hairless dogs are really prone to acne, but especially the hairless cat breeds are so prone to yeast overgrowth on their skin. And what that will look like is like a little flat rashy plaque area that's like brownish red. And when you go to wipe it off, like some of it will wipe off, but not all of it. If you have that situation on your cat, that's yeast. And our ear cleaner and our nail cleaner is formulated to help naturally fight yeast because it's just so common in these cats. So that's one way that it works so well. Okay, so you see I had it kind of sitting on, then clipped his nails, then I came back and cleaned it off. And now his little foot's completely clean. All right, so we'll go to the next foot. I love you. I love you, my buddy. Such a good boy. Now, if you don't have a pet who will hold still as well as Stubborn is, he's really pretty good with grooming. He actually does really hate his nails done though. So this is his worst day when we have to do nails, but everything else he's really good with. Yep. He's starting to growl at me now. I know, buddy. You hate this. We offer 2 things on our website that you can use to help. Number 1 is the, what is it called? I think it's just called Cozy Pet Wrap. And it essentially works like how I just did with him with this blanket. Like, he can't get out the way I have him wrapped up. But it just works a lot easier and better because it has little pockets that you can open to remove one foot at a time or their tail or whatnot. Great for grooming. Also great if you have to deliver medications to your pet or if they have to get injections of any kind. Just adding a little more cleaner to my pad. Really, really helpful at the veterinarian's office when they have to have services done there or blood work or anything. I know, buddy. Okay. So that's option number 1. And option number 2, I'm going to just give him a break a minute. Good boy. Option number 2, we sell pet grooming slings. So these are where you can put your cat or dog in it and it folds up under their body and their feet hang out. And then you can hook it up and attach it to like a grooming table. A lot of grooming tables that you can buy now. I bought mine off Amazon a few years ago for like $130, and they have built-in eyelets on the top bar so that you can put your cat up and hook them with the grooming sling. So great because then you have both hands free and you can easily get to their head, their ears, their bottoms, their feet, like everywhere, so that you can groom them much easier. So we sell those on our website too. Handmade by this woman that we are working with out of Australia. She does an amazing job with these grooming slings, and they're available in a few different sizes for like kittens. I would say maybe as big as 3.5 pounds up to like a 20 or 25 pound like cat or small dog. All right. Good boy. I used to use the grooming sling with him, but currently in my new house, my house is so small. It's only 800 square feet. I just don't have room to set up the grooming table. I would like to be able to use the sling again, though, when I get something figured out here, because it does make it a lot easier. Right now I have to kind of hold on to him as well as do the grooming, and it's just more difficult. All right, we slathered that foot. Get the nails clipped. And I'm using, this is Bamboo brand. These are dog nail clippers. I've never liked the cat nail clippers. To me, they're just too small and kind of fragile, and they just don't work as well. I don't like not being able to get a really good, quick, firm clip, because otherwise if you don't, you're risking splitting the nails, which can be painful for them, and then also risk infection getting in there. So it's just the way I prefer. I always use those clippers. Those clippers are probably 15 years old. Never been sharpened or anything, and they still work great. All right, last paw. And you can see a little bit of his little outfit today. He's wearing this green and yellow. It's like 4, like a little onesie set. So cute because it's so cold here in Ohio. Who made this outfit for him? Ooh. I'm forgetting. I think Purwear on Instagram. I think they made it for him. Sorry if I'm forgetting wrong. Stubborn has received many free outfits through the years. He's a spoiled little guy. No, not spoiled. We're not saying spoiled anymore. We're saying well loved. He's been very well loved. He's had a lot of fans. He's been seen on the internet probably millions of times for the last 10 years of his life. There probably hasn't been too many cats more viewed than Stubborn. Alright, getting down in there, digging out the stuff. Let's see. Let's see if he does have any active rash. No, he doesn't right now, but sometimes he gets a little rash in there and you can see it. But since I do this every 2 weeks and get the product all slathered in there, it helps keep his little rashiness down. This is why I have to bathe him every 2 weeks also. He'll get a rash on his skin. He's very, very sensitive to yeast. And for him, we have 3 formulas of our shampoo. Regular formula, which is good for normal skin to oily skin. Sensitive formula, which is good for sensitive skin, but also dry skin. And then the restorative formula is good for pets with an active rash. So by the 2nd week when he's needing his bath, he actually always will be already building up another little rash. But the restorative shampoo just cleans that right up and takes care of it for us. I know, buddy. We're almost done. All right, push that back in. All right, last thing, we're gonna take this off. Gonna hold him so he doesn't shake it all out still. And taking another clean cotton pad. And we're just wiping the whole ear. And I try very hard to promote online for people to stop using Q-tips. Q-tips can be dangerous. I mean, thankfully it doesn't happen often, but I've had reports of situations in the past where people have accidentally broken one of the little bones, cartilage in the ear. It's very sensitive in the ears. Some people have accidentally caused ear infections by pushing the wax and debris down into the ear. And we've even had cases of people unfortunately damaging the eardrum, the tympanic membrane that's down at the bottom of the canal with the Q-tips. So dangerous, and you just don't need it. If you use our product, it will get in there to all these little crevices. It will sit in there, and it helps just dry up the wax and the debris, and it helps pull it out to the surface. And then you just wipe it. And best is actually if you come back the next day, also after 24 hours, and you wipe it again. Can you guys see that? Good and clean. Because, like I said, the product will help pull the debris right out. So if you come back the next day and you wipe it out again, then you get the rest of whatever you're not getting the first time during the application. So, you know, I'm putting my finger in there a little bit, but just very gently. And I also take it and I'll like roll it up a little bit like that, and I'll put it in there and just do a few twists and turns like that. Again, gently. Very gently. And that's it, we're done. And there's all the yuckies we got out of his ears. Ugh. And you can't see a lot of the debris because the pad's dark from the product, but there's a lot of oil and gunk on these pads from his nails too. All right, so I need to go give him his licky treat. He's so deserving. He's such a good boy. I love you, buddy. Such a good boy. He's the best boy ever. Thank you for modeling our products for everybody to see. I love you, buddy. And we will be back next week for his live bath. And I'll probably do a teeth cleaning in a couple days too. with our Renewed Pet toothpaste. We make a all-natural, amazing quality toothpaste, and we have partnered up with the Ryer Cat brand toothbrush. If you do not know about the Ryer Cat brand toothbrush and you have a cat, you need to know, because it's literally the only toothbrush I would recommend on the face of the planet. We used to use other ones with our toothpaste and in our kits, which were very good. At the time, they were the best I knew of, but even still, the heads on those toothbrushes were like that big, and that's still too big for a cat's mouth. That still can hurt them as you're trying to get to the back teeth and get around that fold of their jawbone. Cats have very, very small openings in their mouth. So the Ryer Cat brand toothbrush, they designed this toothbrush exactly only for cats, and I mean, it's amazing. They're just an amazing brand. I love working with them. Okay, we're gonna go. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Any questions? Send us a DM. Bye.